Good afternoon, Miss Brown. You can come in. How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm good. I'm Bria Anderson. I'll be your social worker for today.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Okay, so what brings you in today?
Well, I'm coming to seek help due to my alcohol problems and over the drug counter implications with me and my family.
Okay, so when did you or your family first notice this problem?
About 3 years ago, I lost my child due to improper health problems.
Okay.
And I blame myself for that. So I found coping better within drinking. And the prescribed medicine that they had me on for depression, I guess I got too immune to it and I kept taking it over and over. And it made me feel better. So I think if anybody loved me, the most important thing would be focusing on how I feel. And I feel like I'm doing great.
Right. So what type of complications were you having with your pregnancy? Was it something from childhood or was it something that developed over time?
Well, I already have 2 sons.
Okay.
This pregnancy was a miscarriage.
Okay.
Being that I am a young adult, I'm 23 years old, I'm turning 24 soon, I don't really understand what was the problem. I wasn't on any drugs. They just told me that it was a common miscarriage.
Okay. So you just, so when you had the miscarriage, you just self-defeated?
Yeah, I really wanted 3 children, and she was actually, well, the sex of the child was going to be a girl.
Right.
So that's something that I wanted 2 boys and 1 girl, and I guess coping with that really didn't feel right. I don't have a husband, I'm single, but 2 of my children come from 1 father. The other father is in jail. But this is something that we both wanted. We've been together for 4 years, and they say they want the best for me. So I'm just here because I'm here. I don't see nothing wrong with my drinking habits, nor my overusage of drugs prescribed from the doctor.
Okay, so what type of alcohol do you consume? Well, let me start this. What age did you start drinking alcohol?
I started drinking pretty young. I come from a alcoholic family, I would say. We always grew up with a bar and pool table in our house.
Okay.
I started drinking 7th grade, taking light sips of things.
Okay.
It started getting heavy more in high school, where I would drink like a wine cooler.
Okay, so
I was
about
in that
17, 16?
Yeah, 16.
16, okay. 16. Okay, so you said it went from sips to having a wine cooler. So after the wine coolers, then what?
After the wine coolers, I would take shots here and there. Upon graduation, I did get drunk. My family did allow that. That was one of the most memorable times in my life, getting drunk with my family. I didn't see alcohol as a big problem, neither did they. Transitioning into college, I've seen the issue of drinking be more predominant.
Okay. And what was the date of the last time you had a drink?
Before I came here.
How often do you drink now as an adult?
As a young adult, I drink probably, well, it depends on how I feel. Normally on the weekend, I do heavy liquor, white or brown, preferably vodka. I probably would take 8 shots.
Okay.
Of brown, I would say I can drink a pint of Hennessy by myself alone in probably 2 hours.
Okay.
My duration with wine within the week, I'll probably buy 4 bottles of wine. It ranges from pink Moscato, red wine, Chardonnay, so it all varies. But wine would probably be their biggest issue.
Okay. What is your behavior? Do you think that if you're intoxicated, do you think you have like a bad behavior, or you're pretty content and you know how to handle it?
I feel like as if I can handle it. They abuse me. And when I say abuse, I don't use that lightly. I feel as if they're targeting me for something that I do. If I can maintain it, I don't feel like I should be questioned. I'm grown, I do have kids, but I know I have to set an example for my younger boys. However, at the same time, it's my life.
Okay, so do you think that, do you drink around your children?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
And you drink more on the weekends or during the week?
I drink every day.
Okay. So you have about the same amount Monday through Friday?
Yeah, I drink every day.
Okay.
I just get a natural high from drinking.
Okay.
It makes me feel good. I went to the doctor prior to my miscarriage of my daughter. I'm trying not to cry here.
It's okay.
With the miscarriage of my daughter, he started me on a depression pill, antidepressant pill.
Okay.
This pill is called Symone.
Okay.
I actually had it. Do you need it?
No, not right now.
But yeah, so alcohol pretty much to me was something that I really needed in life.
Okay. So you started taking over-the-counter pills at what age? Whether it was children's Tylenol, Motrin, what age did you start taking over-the-counter?
I had a depression problem when I was young, some suicidal thoughts. But I never took medication for that. I would just go to counseling. Over-the-counter drugs, I would say started after the miscarriage of my unborn child.
Okay. So about 23?
22.
Okay, and your most recent pattern, so do you take them every day? When you just want to feel on edge, do you take them with alcohol?
I was actually concerned. I started taking them and they had me feeling very moody. I never understood my behavior. I would cry out of nowhere. I would get mad out of nowhere. And so I wanted to stop taking them. However, I consulted with my doctor concerning the issue, and they told me to continue to take the pill.
Okay.
She lowered my dosage, but I continued to take the pill, and I started feeling a high from the pill. I felt calm.
Okay.
And I want to feel calm always. Alcohol, of course, made me do it, but after the bickering of my family, I tried to implement the pill for alcohol. So I would take the pill, I would say every 4 hours. And I would try to get my doctor to increase the dosage, but they said I didn't need it.
Okay. You said you take it every 4 hours?
Right.
So how many pills do you consume a day?
A day? Roughly 8.
And with those 8 pills, how do you function, like, with everyday life, with helping your children with their homework, or getting them ready for bed, or cooking dinner, things like that? How do you function?
Well, that's not my role in the house. My husband pretty much does that.
Okay.
I don't work.
Okay.
But I guess they say that I'm using my unborn daughter as an excuse. But I feel like I'm still coping from it.
Which is true.
So I'm just coping from it. I don't really work. My boys always complain that I'm never there for them.
Okay.
So yeah.
And do you think that you're not there for them, or do you know?
I know that I'm there for them,
Mm-hmm.
but they have to understand that I don't think they take it as serious because they're so used to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And bringing another sister into the house would probably hurt them. But I'm there for them the best way I can be, while also being there for my daughter.
Right. Okay, so when taking or drinking alcohol, do you achieve a desired effect, or do you use the same amount to get a less effect?
I achieve a higher effect.
Okay. So the more you drink or the more drugs you take, the better you feel?
Right. Like now I feel great. Even drinking a glass of wine before I came here, I feel absolutely great.
Do you do that because you are nervous or you don't want to deal with certain things?
Well, I never looked at it in that perspective, but I guess because I don't want to deal with things.
Okay. Have you ever tried to stop at all?
Transitioning from alcohol to over-the-counter drugs, I would say was kind of one of the stopping points. I didn't technically stop. However, I used the over-the-counter drug as an exchange for the alcohol.
Okay. So, not drinking alcohol, did you show any withdrawal symptoms?
No, it just took some getting used to the substitute of the alcohol.
So no withdrawal symptoms such as unable to sleep or headaches or muscle aches, fevers, unable to eat.
I had a lot of mood changes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would say I wasn't able to sleep. When me and my husband don't sleep together anymore, he says that I wake up with these nightmares. I just don't understand that.
Within the past 30 days or the past 12 months? Within
12
like-
months.
Could you tell me about those nightmares?
Well, the most recent one I had was my daughter coming back and telling me, "Mommy, you don't love me."
And how did that make you feel?
It made me feel horrible because I'll do anything for my daughter.
Right.
It made me feel horrible.
And what was your initial reaction?
To get up and drink.
Did you?
Yes, I did. I had about 4 glasses of wine that night after sobbing all night, but no one came to my rescue. But with alcohol.
So you're very dependent on alcohol.
Yeah, I say alcohol would be my dependent, and my codependence would be upon, I guess, my husband and close family members.
Okay. Okay. So you talked about how you're dependent on alcohol and over-the-counter drugs. And you talked about all the negative aspects. But what are some positive aspects about you that you think that you can do so that you can help yourself and your family?
I can't really say. Everybody always points out the negative. I don't really see the positive within myself.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna find positive things about you because sitting here speaking with you, I see a lot of positive things in you, but I want you to see the positive in yourself.
Well, I'm only doing this because they asked.
Who asked?
My family, my boys and my husband,
So you're doing this for them. What about for
or
yourself?
my boyfriend, whatever you want to call him.
What about for yourself? What makes you happy?
My family, my daughter, my 2 boys.
Okay.
And I want to get married, and I know I've been saying my husband and I'm not married,
Mhm.
but I guess that's a desire that I seek
Mhm.
with this past father
Okay.
of my unborn child.
Okay.
I really want a marriage out of him, but he tells me that he doesn't think that we will ever get there because of these problems. And that's another reason why I'm here.
So you want to get married, so you're using getting married as your stepping stone to getting better. So that's a positive thing. You want to be married.
I never understood that.
Thank you.
Yeah. I would say that. I guess if I get better and do better things, then I can become married and have a happy home.
Mhm. And it's not easy going through a miscarriage, and it'll take some time, but you have to find other ways to cope with what you're going through. And speaking to your husband, telling him how you feel so he can understand or empathize with you so you guys can get through it together and you don't have to deal with it on your own. Okay, so saying that you had a miscarriage, do you have any current medical concerns like allergies, chronic pain, history of chronic conditions or anything like that?
I'm diagnosed with anxiety.
Okay. Anything else?
That's about it.
Okay. Do you have any health care? Do you have a health care provider?
Medicated.
And when was the last time you seen your health care provider? Or been to the doctor?
3 months ago.
And did you express the concerns that you had to this provider?
No, because they're doctors. You're someone I feel like I can talk to you. You won't judge me. So no. I mean, he put me on the medication because he felt like all women that experience miscarriages need to be on an antidepressant. That's something he told me about that.
Okay, so how do you deal with your anxiety?
With my anxiety, they try to get me to do this breathing technique, but it's not working.
Okay.
I'm on medication for that as well. Clonazepam.
Okay, so you said you're on the breathing technique and you take medication. So you take the medication that the doctor gives you for your anxiety, and you take the medicine for the depression. And do you take this medicine with alcohol? Or are you under the influence of alcohol when taking this medicine?
Sometimes, yes.
So, over-the-counter medicine, what did you say, Tylenol?
No Tylenol. Well, I take ibuprofen, 800 milligrams if I'm in pain.
Okay, and you take depression and anxiety medicines. Okay. So a doctor has prescribed depression and anxiety. When was the last time you took your anxiety or depression medicine?
This morning.
Okay. Are you pregnant?
I hope so.
Are you receiving prenatal care?
No.
Have you had any issues such as assault, violence towards you, accidents, related issues, overdose, hospitalizations related to alcohol and drug abuse?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have any specific physical needs or accommodations?
No, ma'am.
And I just want to take a break from talking about the alcohol and to talk about your children for a second. Just want to shift gears for a second. I just want to talk about your children and to see what type of effect do they have on you.
My children, they play a vital role in my life.
Okay.
I'm blessed to have my 2 boys.
Okay.
One is 6, one is 3.
Okay.
I'm blessed for them. However, I just wish they played more care for my daughter.
Okay.
A girl is something that I always wanted. Growing up, I've always had the opportunity to work hands-on with guys, but I just wanted to strengthen a young woman in this world today and mold her to be just like me, and I felt like my daughter would be the great opportunity. I love my kids. They mean the world to me.
Okay.
I feel like they're going to eventually grow up one day and represent me as they are now. So
Right.
they mean everything to me.
Good. Okay, so you've come to me and you have an issue and you've noticed the issue that you have and you want to get better so you can do this for your family, your husband, and your children. But not only yourself. You have to think about yourself first because you're inside your body. They're not inside your body. So you have to think about yourself first. And you have to say, well, I can do this for me, then I can do it for everyone else. You have to find the strengths within you first before you try to please everyone else. Because if you try to please everyone else, then you won't be satisfied with yourself. Okay? So, let's come up with a plan to help you figure out what you need to do in order to get the help that you need. Are there any other reasons why you take the drugs, or do the drugs and consume the alcohol?
No. Everything I said was probably true.
Okay. So you try to forget their problem. To cope with anxiety, depression, to cope with any problem. Are you afraid of withdrawal? Like having symptoms of withdrawal where you don't have any alcohol or any drugs in your body at all?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I'm nervous and scared about what can happen. I always see TV shows, I see agencies that always show after withdrawal what can happen.
Okay.
But I'm just nervous. So I don't try to put myself in that predicament.
Okay. So what does your husband or your children say about your drug use? Like what are some of the things that they say to you in regards
Oh,
to that?
don't get me started. They always call me a drug addict or alcoholic. My sons really don't invite people over to the house due to me and my abusage of alcohol and drugs. My husband doesn't invite anyone into the house either. He feeds me 3 times a day. He makes sure that everything is good with me.
Okay, so your husband checks on you, make sure you're fed. So it's just you 5 at the house, you 4 at the house. I'm sorry.
Yes.
So no one comes over. Outside of them, what does your mom or dad or your cousins or your sister, what do they say about it?
They're more so disappointed than anything. I don't really take anyone else's advice but my kids.
Okay. So your kids are your motivation.
Yeah.
That's another positive thing. How old are your children?
1 is 6, 1 is 3.
Okay, they're very smart. Okay, so since your kids are your motivation and your husband is your motivation, what changes do you want to make? Because it's not going to be easy. It's going to be very challenging. So what changes do you want to see come out of this process?
I want to linger away more from alcohol and substance abuse.
Okay.
That's essentially what I want to happen. How will it happen? I don't know.
We have an abundance of resources that will help you. We have group therapy with people that are very understanding of the things that you're going through. We have individual therapy, we have family therapy. There's a number of things that we can do to help you so that you can get away from this. Have you tried anything before? Is this your first attempt, second attempt?
First attempt.
First attempt. And your children are going to be your motivation for this goal to be achieved, and yourself, of course. Okay. So what is going to help you to make this change? What do you feel are some things that are going to be helpful?
The help and support from my family.
Okay. So help and support from Family, okay. So do you think that having them come in, sit down and talk about the issues, do you think that'll help them to understand you more so they can understand the issue?
No, I want them to just sit down and listen to me and my perspective and where I'm coming from.
Okay, anything else?
That's about it.
Okay. Do you think community groups will help you?
Oh, yes.
Community groups. Is there anything you like to do, like for fun, like paint, sing, dance, anything like that? Do you think anything like that would help you?
For fun, I guess activities that I can do outside of the house. So I won't be stuck in all the time.
So you're in the house majority of the time.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Good. Have you tried to cut down in any way?
Absolutely not.
Okay. How many times, or how many times do you go to the store to get over the counter drugs or alcohol?
Twice.
Twice a week, twice a day?
A week.
Okay. And why do you think you go so much?
To ease away my pain.
Okay. Have you ever been treated?
For which one?
Any one? Drug abuse or alcohol?
No. Nope. No, ma'am.
Okay. During the past 3 years, have you participated in outpatient or residential facility?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Are you okay?
Yes, ma'am. I'm just a little tired. Once I also took a pill. I guess I can admit that before I came, and I told you I get a high, so I feel really good that I just want to sleep.
What will assist you in staying sober once you start the process of your sobriety?
My children, hopefully, my family.
Well, Ms. Brown, we have made a lot of progress, and I appreciate you for coming by. So at our next meeting, we're going to come up with a plan for you to get better, and I thank you for coming.
Nice
Good day.
meeting you.
You too.
Thank you so much.